Mark Twain wrote in 1889 that a knight needed a crane to mount his horse and lay like a tipped turtle if he fell. The claim persists in documentaries and games today. But the 14th century chronicler Jean Froissart describes knights vaulting onto saddles in full harness at the 1382 Battle of Rusebeck. No cranes appear in any medieval wardrobe account, tournament roll, or artillery inventory. The crane story enters the record only with 19th century stage productions of Ivanhoe. So where does the myth end and the metal begin? A full Milanese harness circa 1450 weighed 20 to 25 kilograms, 44 to 55 pounds. A modern infantryman carries 30 to 45 kilograms in body armor, battery, water, and rifle. The difference is distribution. Plate loads the shoulders, hips, and thighs via articulated lames and internal leathers, not the spine alone. The 1473 Duke of Burgundy Ordnance lists a harnois complete at 6 kg. That is march weight, not tournament weight. Specialized jousting armor reached 40 kg, but no knight wore that to war. Fiore de Liberi's 1409 Fiore di Battaglia illustrates armored combatants wrestling, throwing pommel strikes, and rising from a single knee. Hans Talhofer's 1467 Fetchbutt shows a figure in full plate executing a backward roll. These are not fantasies, they are pedagogical plates for paying students. The articulation at the knee, fan plate, elbow, winged counter, and waist, folds over culotte, permits a 90-degree bend and full torso rotation. A knight could sprint, grapple, and stand from prone in under 3 seconds, tested by the Royal Armouries in 2015. The mechanics of rising: roll onto the strong side, plant the gauntleted fist, drive the hips up, bring the knees under. The cuirass does not lock the spine, the folds slide on the culotte. At the 1390 Saint-Inglevert tournament, Boucicault was unhorsed, stood immediately, and fought on foot for an hour. Contemporary accounts never mention stuck knights. The myth requires ignoring the articulated lames over the hips, standard on every harness, after 1370, which exist solely to let the torso flex forward past 45 degrees. Great helms of 1250 offered a 12mm eye slot and zero ventilation. By 1350, the bassinet with clap visor gives a 30 by 80mm sight and dozens of breath holes on the right side, only deflecting lance splinters. The 1420 armet closes tight, but opens fully on hinges. The bever protects the throat without sealing the mouth. At Agincourt 1415, English men-at-arms fought hours in mud and rain with visors down. Suffocation deaths appear in no casualty list. Heat stroke killed men at Nicopolis 1396, but they wore padded acetons under mail, not plate. The 1386 Olaus Magnus account of Swedish campaign in Finland notes men dying in their armor from heat, but they marched in July wearing mail hauberks and padded gambesons, not plate. Plate harnesses replaced the gambeson with a lightweight arming doublet of linen and fustian, weighing 5 kg. The 1471 Battle of Tewkesbury was fought in May. The 1485 Bosworth Field in August. No chronicle cites armor heat as a factor. The real killer was dysentery and contaminated water, per the 1487 London Bills of Mortality. 1374 account for Thomas of Woodstock, Duke of Gloucester, lists a harness of war at £410's roughly 18 months' wages for a skilled mason. A 1450 Milanese export harness sold to England for 8 ducats, £213's. By contrast, a warhorse cost £10 to £40. Armor was expensive but not ruinous. A mercenary captain could outfit 10 men for the price of 2 destriers. The king's ransom trope confuses parade garnitures. Henry Roman VIII 1,540 tonlet armor cost £100 with field kit. Most men-at-arms owned their harness. It was collateral, not treasure. By 1420, Innsbruck workshops produced 2,000 munition breastplates annually. The 1443 Milanese contract for the Duke of Savoy specifies 500 standardized corselets at 5 ducats, each interchangeable parts, sized small, medium, large. These lack etching or fluting, hammer marks remain visible. The 1476 Battle of Grandson saw Swiss Confederates loot thousands of near-identical Burgundian munition harnesses. Standardization predates the Industrial Revolution by 3 centuries. A knight's custom harness took 6 months. A munition breastplate left the forge in 3 days. Armor required daily maintenance. The 1473 Burgundian Ordinance assigns 1 armorer per 25 lances. On campaign, they traveled with portable forges, anvil, tongs, hammer, rivets, and beeswax-tallow, polish, and horn pots. The 1508 Claims Kriegsbuch illustrates a field smith straightening a bent pauldron over a stake. Polished plate rusts in hours of rain. Campaign armor was black from the hammer left blue-black from heat treatment, oiled, not mirror-bright. The Shining Knight is a tournament or portrait convention, not a battlefield reality. The proof mark a dent from a test shot appears on breastplates from 1520 onward. The 1550 Innsbruck Ordinance mandates a pistol ball at 30 paces approx. 22 meters, striking the breast without penetration. Surviving examples show a 12 mm dent, 2 mm deep. By 1590, pistol-proof armor weighs 35 kg double the 1450 weight and covers only the torso and head. The 1547 Battle of Pinkie Klug shows pikemen discarding heavy breastplates to flee faster. Firearms did not kill plate instantly. They thickened it until mobility broke. Joan of Arc's 1429 harness was commissioned by Charles Roman VII at Tours. White harness, fitted to her body. The 1431 trial transcript records she wore habergeon, cuisses, greaves, and bassinet mail pattern, not a feminine silhouette. Margaret of Anjou wore a jack of plate at the 1455 First St. Albans. The 1540 inventory of Henry Roman VIII lists a harness for My Lady Mary Princess Mary, aged 24. Women in plate appear in tax rolls, wills, and chronicles across France, England, and Italy. The modern debate ignores the primary sources. Henry Roman VIII 1540 tonlet armor for the field of cloth of gold weighs 42 kg, with a skirt of articulated lames covering the thighs to the knee, useless on horseback, designed for foot combat at the barriers. His field harness of 1544 weighs 28 kg. The Wallace Collection A62C, 1580, parade cuirass is 8 mm thick with etched bands. The A459 field cuirass C, 1560, is 3 mm thick and plain. Confusing the two creates the mobile knight fallacy. Parade armor was jewelry, field armor was a tool. They shared a workshop, not a purpose. Plate was never arrow-proof. The 1388 Battle of Otterburn. English knights fell to Scottish longbows at 200 meters. Arrows found the gaps at armpit, groin, and visor slit. By 1450, the Pollaxe Bec de Corbin concentrates 200 joules on a 4 mm spike. It punches 5 mm plate. Fiore's 1409 half-sword technique drives the point through the visor or under the bevel. The 1471 Tewkesbury grave pits show 35% of men-at-arms died from penetrating trauma to the torso despite plate. Armor shifted the wound pattern, it did not delete it. The crane myth survives because Twain's satire was funnier than Froissart's fact. Victorian stagehands needed a visual gag, 20th century film borrowed the prop. The Royal Armoury's 2015 mobility trials 22 kg harness, trained athlete recorded 8 seconds from supine to standing, 1 seconds to mount a 15-hand horse via stirrup. No crane, no turtle. The data has existed for a decade. The myth persists because it flatters modern ego. We assume our ancestors were stupid. They were not. They were engineers.